And this girl gave him the fullest experience of feminine, good companionship he had had so far. She was a good-looking lass. Even now, glancing back after seeing many girls much more beautiful, his memory told him with quite insistence that her big hazel eyes, her heavy mass of rich brown hair, softly rounded chin, fine complexion and full white throat made her a good-looking lass. Years before, he used to meet her on his way home from his first quarter's work to breakfast, a sturdy slip of a girl, her long hair tidied into 2 long plaits, hurrying to a Catholic elementary school where she was training to become a teacher. Then, in his cement-embroidered dungarees, his hobnailed boots clattering a morning tattoo on the pavement, she had attracted his attention, and he stared boldly into the soft hazel eyes as he passed, seeking in them a soft, shy shelter in which to rest occasionally on the long, hard road that was stretching itself out before him. He had never spoken, and she had never tried to answer his soul's muffled appeal for the fanciful solace of a young girl's breast and a red lip kiss of great encouragement. Yet, a little while, and she passed by no more. For a teacher now, she served another school far from where he walked. Years later, they met again during the beginning of an amateur drama club. She lived not beside Diana, nor on the banks of the Loch Lomond, nor even by the pleasant waters of the River Lee, but in the most respectable, self-dignified little house. It was odd, the airs these little houses gave themselves. They were struck down in little narrow turnings of a bigger street, and each narrow way was given the delicious name of avenue. They faced each other grandly on either side of the road, a few more select than others, having an upper story reached by a stairway that was really a ladder, grown a little stouter with the years. The front room or parlour was a little wider, but less long than the floor of a furniture van. In one of these, he had listened to a piano being played, and the instrument has looked as if it were terrified of its own music, for the sound of the notes played crowded back and smothered the nuance the piano was trying to give. The bedrooms were so small that a dim glance from one eye unfolded all that might be there. If you stretched out the bed from the far side, you could put your head out of the window. The houses were pressed close, side by side, back to back and front to front, each with its patch of backyard surrounded by a low wall, so that a glance from both eyes could see them all boxed together, and when people stood in them, they looked like cattle in their several pens. Yet, the neatness, the cleanliness, the comfort of these midget houses were as much out of reach of Sean and his mother lodgings, even on the cold floor of Edinburgh Castle, Buckingham Palace, or the Pope's private apartments in the Vatican at Rome. Backed up by the stern respectability of the little grey house in the west, Nora Queen's father and mother were immediately against her having anything to do with Sean, and indeed, as Sean discovered afterwards, Nora was scantily equipped with the courage to defy or resist the bitter respectability of these superb people.